Hello distinguished viewers, my name is Ella Hughes and you're welcome to another exciting episode on Unravel. With me is a spontaneous young lady doing amazing stuff in her unique career path and trying to impact the life of people, trying to impact her generation bit by bit. I trust you're waiting to meet her, but we'll take a short break and when we return, we'll be spilling the juice on Unravel. Don't go anywhere. Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing very well. So what's up? How have you been?
I've been good. I've been fine. My name is Vera Maranzu. I'm the founder of Quiz Villa, and then I recently launched a board game called Mogida.
Aside this whole game thing, do you have any other distinct, career paths that?
Oh yes. Okay, so basically, my undergraduate, I studied geology in Ahmadu Bello University. And then for my master's, I studied applied GIS and remote sensing. GIS is Geographical Information Systems and remote sensing at the University of Southampton. So I've always had this geography path, right? And then I also worked in that field as well. And then when I was doing my master's, I went for something called pop quiz. So it's basically what I came home and inspired me to help because I like learning. I like learning new things and I like doing it when it's fun. So I came back home and I started quiz nights, which is like my version of pop quiz that it's targeted towards Nigerians and what we like. So I did that for a couple of years, and then it's going good in Abuja. I still do that now. Adults come, they play quizzes, they have fun, they meet new people, and then they leave with rewards for winning, and they also leave with knowledge about several things. It could be politics, anything like trivia, random knowledge. So after a while, and then I started like an online platform because I wanted people to also learn in other states, like scale the whole initiative. So I started an online platform called quizvilla.com, which now became the name of the brand. People do the same thing they do at Pop Quiz, but they're doing it online. So then I moved on to this, Mogida. So the idea of Mogida came from, I realized that people might not have time to come for events and people are always on their phones. Social media is like the in thing now. And I felt like people should also have time to get off their phones and do things that are productive as well, and then have fun doing it. Because when you sit with your family or you have like a family event, you have things you're doing and then you sit together and then everybody's on their phones. No one is conversating, no one is, communicating. So I came up with this board game called Mogida.
This Mogida, I'm still trying to pronounce the word right. Yes. It actually sounds like ancient history. Like, what's the brain behind, this name?
The whole inspiration for the name of the game came from our collective Nigerian heritage. Imo, I don't know if I pronounce that properly. In Yoruba, it means knowledge. I know it's IMO, and with the dots and everything. And then Imo is my state, obviously it's an Igbo state. And then Gida in Hausa means house, so house of knowledge. And that translates to basically Villa of Enlightenment, which is the subtitle of the game. So everything about it is having fun learning, basically. Then from there, I got into how should this game look? What is the mechanics of the game? I got an illustrator to work with me, and then we were inspired by looking at ancient African architecture, like how they build their houses in Mali, in Nigeria, all of that. So we used that to illustrate the game. And then we came up with the idea of guardians like gods. We had gods in the past, that we worshipped and stuff. So the idea is that they guide the journey of every player. Every player is called a seeker, and you're seeking knowledge at Mogida to save your fallen kingdom. So these guardians, they're on the board. They guide your journey and they give you challenges to help you. As you learn, you progress. As you learn, you progress. And then there are rewards at the back. They reward you if you get the answers properly. So then, just to give you an idea of the mechanics, it's basically sort of like learning strategy as well, because then you have to decide at some point of the game, do I move forward, do I stop? And then there's and then there's currency as well. So it's basically a game that there's a par with Monopoly and the rest, but then it's a Nigerian thing, and at the same time it's something that anyone around the world could play.
So is there any guidelines,
Should I open it?
Okay, why not?
Okay, thank you. So let me just give it a little. Okay, so these are the cards that guide people. So there are like 4 decks in the game. And each deck belongs to a guardian. You can see their faces on the cards. So there is like a trivia one, there is the one for grammar sentence construction, there are all kinds of fun things. And then, yeah, this is Oracle. The Oracle is like an answer guide. For example, you know when we play games, people be like, this answer is not correct, it's not right. So then this helps guide if you accept that answer or not. And then there is the instructions called the commandments. So this is how to play this paper. So there are so many things, and there is a timer that guides you on like the time. Each person has 30 seconds to answer a question. So yeah, so it's just a fun thing.
Yeah, it looks fun and enlightening at the same time.
Yes, yes.
So how long does this game last?
It should last about 20 to 30 minutes. If there are more people, max an hour.
Oh, that's really short. And
yes, because the idea is, people at the same time not make it too lengthy that people get, exhausted and want to do something else. So we looked at it and then did some research and focused on making it the right length of time to play and the right content that excites people. For example, there are like visual. It's not just text trivia. There's like visual parts of the game as well. Like this deck is all about visuals, and then you have to like make a sentence with something from the image and the text. So it's not hard to play.
Snow White?
Yes.
All right, so does it have any age restriction?
Oh yeah, 13 upwards. Like the standard decks are for 13 years upwards, like to however old you are. So it's easy for anyone to understand how to play it. And then the good thing about Mogida is that there is no Mogida everybody could have like their own custom tailored version of Mogida. These cards, there are different versions of them. You could switch out the ones that come in your default box with ones that are available that will also make available for people. If they don't like what is there, you could order ones that do with language or accents or whatever it is that interests you. There are several custom versions of them. And then we also made custom kits for schools as well. If you, like for schools, want to teach them maths or English or biology in a way that is fun for the students, then this would do the work.
So for this game, right, are there winners, are there losers?
Yes, yes. So I wish I could open up the whole thing, but obviously people may see that after we're finished with the interview. So when you get to Mogida, the first player that gets there wins the game, but there's also currency as well. There are 2 ways of winning this game. Either you amass enough currency, the currencies are called quivs, Qivs. So either you amass enough quivs to win the game or you get to Mogida first. So that's how you win. And then your friends give you clout as the savior of the day.
Okay, great. So I feel this game has a lot to do with, developing the IQ as well. How long did it take you to put this amazing game together?
Wow, it took me about a year.
Yes, like back to back every day?
Yes.
How many hours in a day?
Oh wow, let's say about 8 hours, even at night, because I had to revise some of the cards like 10 times, and then play testing people, always telling them, play this, tell me, do you like it? If you don't like it, what don't you like about it? And I go back and I reiterate and, just to make sure that what came out at the end of the day was like...
So do you have a team that worked with you?
Yes, I did. I had, it was a small team. I had an illustrator from Venezuela who I worked with constantly, making sure that the illustration came out perfectly. I had another illustrator in Nigerian as well, because I tried to make it Nigerian, so I involved a lot of Nigerians, a Nigerian illustrator as well who gave the concept of the board. Then I also worked with the printers. I have Nigerian printers and I have printers as well, in other locations. So I just wanted to make sure that it's Nigerian at the same time, it's Nigerian, but it's of awesome quality. So anywhere you bring it out, people will be like, yeah, this is really good quality.
Okay, I understand that time is money, right? But was this game capital intensive?
Yeah, it was capital intensive.
How much? Rough estimate.
I don't want to start calling figures, but in the 6-figure range, obviously, it took to produce at least the first 200 copies. It took about in that range.
So how many copies have you sold so far?
We've sold about 30 copies. Yeah, and then also my university got involved, University of Southampton as well, because I reached out to them. We have an alumni association, the school has an alumni office, and then the head of the alumni office has been very, very supportive. They came in, they looked at the game, they liked the game, and they will have plans to push it even more outside the country and in the country.
So do you have sponsors in Nigeria, who are interested in this game?
Yeah, basically, this is something that was just launched in January. So, this year. Yeah, so but for the quiz nights, which is the offline quiz events, I've partnered with a lot of brands to reward people when they play. For example, I had sponsors like Genesis Cinemas who gave out movie tickets, like Waffle Stop, which was like a waffle restaurant, and some other people. And then I also had an agreement with Now University to host for their students. So I've had a couple of sponsors, but then this is quite fresh, so I'm still in discussions with sponsors. And more are always welcome, obviously, the more the merrier. Okay,
to our viewers who are watching, how is this game accessible? How do they get to this game? How do they purchase it?
Good. It's available. There's a website. Anyone could order from anywhere in the world because you can order in dollars or naira. The website is mogidagame.com. MOGIDAGAME, mogidagame.com.
Okay, so how much does it cost?
It costs 12.80 naira in dollars. Yes, in dollars is about say $30 something dollars or $30 thereabout. Yeah, how much is Monopoly?
So I'm still trying to understand why you came up with this concept. I trust you must be a fan of games,
Yes.
And it helped, in inspiring to do this. So, Which other games do you love to play aside Mogida, which is your new baby?
Okay, so since I was young, I've always liked mentally challenging games. Like I used to play a lot of Sudoku. Like people used to give me Sudoku books for. Enough of Monopoly, enough of Scrabble. I think we should also have something that is ours at the end of the day.
Great. So if you're not doing Mogida, what will you be doing?
Doing Mogida. Okay, if I was not doing Mogida, I haven't thought of that because I really love what I'm doing. So I think it's good.
Okay, so how long do you intend to continue?
Oh, for quite a while. I want my future work is to grow quiz nights into Lagos, Port Harcourt, because people finish work and then they go and they sit home, or if they're going out, they either go to like a restaurant or go to drink, or why don't you do something that's fun at the same time? You live there with some knowledge or something, you've gained something, not just spent your money, So that as well, I want to scale that. Then the online platform, I'm trying to make it free for people to learn online. So I'm looking for sponsors or sponsor rewards, because people like to, when they spend some energy learning something, they want to be rewarded for it. Exactly. So either in whatever, anything. So I'm looking for sponsors that are willing to sponsor that as a way of promoting their brands, and then people can play there for free, and then they leave learning something and also gain some knowledge and gain some reward for learning.
Okay, so 12,800 is pretty affordable, but what are the added benefits apart from leisure, right? And you talked to us about it being enlightening.
Yes.
What other advantages does it have? Or which impact does it have on whoever is playing it?
Good. Okay. It also has an advantage of teaching your kids. It's all about learning. There is a custom version of this game for children below 13. Then there's also a custom version for schools. Like the cards are the main thing, because those are what help you progress on the board. The board remains the same, but the card changes. Final
word to our audience who are watching, who are inspired by what you're doing right now, and who are intending to walk through this career path that you've chosen for yourself.
Okay, so final words to anyone is, whatever you're doing, love what you do and be very passionate about it. It doesn't have to be something that's like a usual line of work. It could be anything. People have turned cooking into big business. So if you love anything and you're passionate about it, do it. And then also, if you're interested in gaming, if you're interested in things that are not the usual, like more social things, I think you should find ways to incorporate them into something that will end up being productive. Make sure that you you do research before you go into anything you want to do, whatever it may be. And I hope you enjoyed listening to me and Ella talk about Mogida, and I hope you get a copy and see what it's like. Thank you for your time.